Hey, welcome back to Andromeda, which now has a title screen, and it has sound. You may not be able to hear it in the video super well, but there's some faint, very nice cloudy music kind of happening in the background. I also have a save system in place now. To skip past some of the early stuff that you've seen in some of the previous videos, I'm just going to load the middle save here, level 7. And more importantly, if we look in the start menu to the left, we can see that I have 3 different spell schools available, and they're all starting at level 3. So to quickly recap, for non-elemental magic, you have, actually I'll go in here so I can show off with the target dummies. You got your spell burst, you have your magic missile, which is homing, and then you have your force push, just pushes things away a little bit. For fire, you have brush fire and fireball, and then dragon's breath, I'm calling it. Does this. And then for water, you have geyser, which pushes and does some damage. You have this torrent, I'm calling it. And then you have this slowing puddle. And you might notice that the target dummy getting outline is a new feature, which I just implemented earlier this morning. There's also equipment in the game. So I'm already wearing these items, but normally this is where I would grab the staff that I'm currently wielding. And I can pick up this one, and I can actually just keep switching those two. And then here's where I would get the hat that I'm currently wearing. So I left in some flavor text, but it'll also tell you what these items do when you go to check them out. So the biggest thing is that I've changed the way that you gain new spells in the game by requiring you to kill enemies using certain spell schools in order to get most of the experience to go towards that spell school. So let's start with fire. I'm not sure exactly how many enemies I'll need to kill. Actually, let's get everybody grouped in here so I can burn them all. I'm not sure why every game protagonist is psychotic, but this game is not bucking the mold. I gained a level, got a little int, so I gained spell power more quickly. So these are pretty easy enemies. They don't give a ton of experience, and so that's part of the reason we haven't gained any fire levels yet. But I think if we can kill this Minotaur, then that'll really speed me along. And you know what? I think I'd like him to be slowed a little. Let's just do a lot of this burning. And really, I'm casting pretty quickly here, but oops. If I'm not careful, these guys will take me out. But there's really no need to cast very fast in this game, because until your spell power bar is full, spamming doesn't really help you at all. So level up, got my HP back, got a little more max life. There we go. Fire magic hit level 4 now. And I've learned the haste spell. So in the past, if I tried to cast haste, it'd look something like this, where I get the little miscast animation. But now that I have that for fire, I can do this. And haste just gives a little red indicator outline. I'm faster now, and also channeling spells is faster too, which means on average I'm going to be doing a good amount more damage. Yeah, so I should haste myself up again. I still have to decide if this is good gameplay that I want to encourage or not, to keep yourself buffed a lot. For now, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. And there's a treasure over here that I would like, so I'm just going to firebolt this guy. So most spells scale with spell power and have a bigger effect. Right now my buff spells don't, but that's something that will be easy to change. So the focus potion just gave me a little more max spell power, And the way spell power scales, it's not linear. So having a little more max spell power and charging until you're close to the max will give you a good amount more damage on your spells. These imps are perhaps a little too easy right now. I'm going to attempt to get fire magic up to level 5 too, because I really like the next spell that I get. There we go. Fire magic level 5. I've learned to do flare, which is this spell, if I cast it correctly. Slow moving, but a lot of damage and a medium explosion when it goes off. I think that other Minotaur got caught up on something. These guys do get caught up more easily than I would like. Oh yes, and if I think about it, I should try to get more killing blows with other spell schools. There we go. Oh great, non-elemental magic, level 4. So, deflect missiles. Oh, and water magic finally hit level 4. And the reason for that is that when you kill something with a certain spell school, most of the experience goes to that school, but a little bit goes to the others. So those others were going to eventually level up even if I'd continued using fire on everything. But getting the last hit with that spell school really helped things off. So back to the second boss. This is a great time to show off the level 4 non-elemental spell that I just got, Deflect Missiles. So normally this guy just shoots these bouncy missiles around the room. As he has more damage done on him, he starts shooting them faster and faster, and it becomes sort of a bullet hell dodging challenge. But I can haste myself up a little bit, which will help. But what I meant to cast was this. So this is Deflect Missiles. As you can see, it doesn't make me invulnerable from getting hit by projectiles, but it sure does help. It just pushes them away a little bit. Anything that's heading directly towards me gets slowed. Anything that would normally clip me gets pushed away a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and fight this guy now, using some of these buffs. Oh. I think I found a bug with Firebolt and Repel Missiles, which is that I'm repelling my own projectiles, and for some reason it's causing them to go haywire. So, we'll have to fight him with the old-fashioned tricks. Let's do that. In fact, we'll get some hits in with Flare, if I cast it correctly. Oh yeah, so now that he's gotten lower than 70% hit points, the boss is using his own push spell on me. And I should be hasting myself up. It definitely takes some presence of mind to fight these bosses well when there's all this stuff happening on the screen. That's the challenge of the game. Right now I'm hearing from people that I've probably made it too difficult, and I'll have to tone it down in some way. I'll rehaste. This could be a close fight. If only Repel Missiles wasn't bugged. That would be really nice. Actually, at this point, I like Torrent a lot for fighting this guy. There we go. Got the last hit with that. I'm not sure if I showed that. I think I did. There you go. And now that I've killed the boss, I can finally leave the room. And this takes me back out to the main town again, which has some creepy music for no particular reason. And I showed this off in the last video, but it allows me to get back to this area very quickly and travel back there whenever I want. Oh, let's pick up an extra heart. So that's basically all the new stuff in the game. Thanks for watching.